Are you worried about falling for fake news and scams? Let's talk about something seriously important: spotting fake news and scams. It's a topic that affects all of us, whether we realize it or not. In our crazy online world, it's like a jungle of information out there. Every day, we're bombarded with more content than we can possibly process. Some of it's true, but some of it is totally bogus. Think about it. How do we tell the difference between what's real and what's fake? You're scrolling through your feed, and you see a headline that makes your jaw drop. It's designed to grab your attention. Scientists discover unicorns in Canada. It's exciting. It's unbelievable. But is it true? That's the big question. We need to dig deeper. Here's the thing. Believing fake stuff can have real consequences. It can shape our opinions, our decisions, and even our actions. It's like building a house on a foundation of sand. It might look solid at first, but it's not. Sooner or later, it's all gonna come crashing down. And when it does, the damage can be significant. We gotta be smarter than that. We need to be vigilant and wise in how we consume information. That's why we need to get good at spotting the fake stuff. It's a skill we all need to develop. It's like having a BS detector built right into our brains. We need to train it to be more effective. And trust me, once you start paying attention, you'll be amazed at how much nonsense is floating around out there. It's everywhere, and it's up to us to filter it out. Okay, so why should we even care about fake news and scams? Why does it matter to us in our daily lives? Because this stuff can really mess things up, not just for individuals but for entire communities and societies. First off, fake news can spread lies and misinformation faster than a squirrel on a sugar rush. It can reach millions of people in just a few minutes. Think about elections, for example. People vote based on what they believe is true. If their beliefs are based on false information, the entire democratic process is compromised. But if they're being fed a bunch of lies, they might make decisions based on bad information. This can lead to the wrong leaders being elected, and policies that don't serve the public interest. That's not good for democracy, folks. It undermines the very foundation of our political systems. And then there are scams. These are designed to trick you out of your hard-earned money. They prey on your trust and vulnerability. They might promise you the world, but in the end, they just leave you feeling cheated and frustrated. Nobody wants that. It's a betrayal of trust. But it's not just about money or politics. Fake news and scams can invade your privacy and compromise your personal security. Fake news can also hurt people's reputations, spread harmful stereotypes, and even incite violence. It can turn peaceful protests into chaotic scenes. It's like a virus that infects our minds and makes us distrust each other. It creates divisions and conflicts where there shouldn't be any. We gotta stop it from spreading. It's up to all of us to be vigilant and responsible in what we share and believe. Alright, let's get practical. How can we actually spot fake news and scams? First things first, always check the source. Think of it like this. If you heard a juicy piece of gossip, wouldn't you want to know who spilled the tea? The same goes for news and information. Is it coming from a reputable news organization like the BBC or the New York Times? Or is it from some random website with a name like truthnewsnetwork.com? Hint, it's probably the second one. Look for websites with clear contact information and a history of accurate reporting. If you're not sure about a source, do a quick Google search to see what other people are saying about it. Remember, a little bit of skepticism can go a long way. Section 4, evidence please. Okay, you've checked the source and it seems legit, but don't stop there. The next step is to look for evidence. Anyone can make claims, but it takes real proof to back them up. Think about it like this. If someone told you they could fly, wouldn't you want to see some evidence before you believe them? The same goes for news and information. Look for facts, statistics, and quotes from experts. Be wary of headlines that are overly sensational or emotional. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And if you see a lot of spelling errors or grammatical mistakes, that's a big red flag. Real news organizations have editors for a reason, people. Section 5. What's the angle? Here's another thing to keep in mind. Sometimes people share fake news without even realizing it. They might think they're doing the right thing by spreading awareness about an important issue. But here's the catch. Even if someone has good intentions, that doesn't mean the information they're sharing is accurate. It's important to understand the motivation behind the information. Is someone trying to sell you something, push a particular agenda, or simply get more clicks and shares? Always ask yourself, who benefits from this information being out there? That can tell you a lot about its credibility. Section 6. Stay sharp, stay safe, your role in fighting fake news. So there you have it, folks. We've covered a lot of ground today. Spotting fake news and scams isn't rocket science, but it does require us to be a little more critical of what we see online. It's about developing a habit of questioning and verifying. Remember, Just because something is shared on social media or pops up in your Google search doesn't mean it's true. Always take a moment to consider the source. The good news is that we all have the power to fight back against fake news. It's a collective effort that starts with each one of us. By being more discerning consumers of information, we can help stop the spread of misinformation and keep ourselves safe from scams. This means taking the time to fact-check and cross-reference information. So the next time you see a headline that makes you go, don't just take it at face value. Dive deeper, ask questions, and seek out reliable sources. Check the source, look for evidence, and think critically about the information. It's a small step that can make a big difference. Together, we can make the internet a more truthful and trustworthy place. By sharing accurate information and debunking falsehoods, we contribute to a healthier online environment. And that's something we can all get behind. Stay woke, everybody. Let's make a difference, one fact at a time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us continue to spread awareness and fight fake news together.